watching shares of Facebook fall, and they are down about 2% right now on the news. That broke 48 states' attorneys general, along with the FTC, bringing an antitrust lawsuit against Facebook. Let's discuss what this means going forward with our editor-in-chief, Andy Serwer. And Andy, you have a perspective on this that few of us could actually have, because you know Sheryl Sandberg as well as you've met Mark Zuckerberg. So what's the overall reaction? Have they issued statements yet?
They've issued some statements with regard to, their lawyers have, with regard to the FTC action and the state's attorneys general, saying that they're looking to re-adjudicate deals that they previously greenlit. So there was that, but we haven't heard from anyone in the executive suite. And I guess the point here is, this is a Goliath, of course, in American business right now, and it grew so quickly. I mean, I remember it was 10 years ago or less where I was wandering around Palo Alto in a rabbit warren of unconnected offices that this company occupied. And now in San Mateo, they're just building after building after building. And I visited Sheryl Sandberg last year, which was, of course, the last year the campus was open to outsiders before COVID. And, the place is nothing but, if not insular. I guess that's really the word I'd use to describe it. I mean, Mark and Sheryl both went to Harvard. So did a lot of the senior people on their team. And they have sort of triangulated themselves into believing that what they're doing is 100% right. And I think that is going to take some real adjusting at this point going forward.
Andy, we just had the stock price up on the screen. Shares are off right around 2% now. After the news broke, they were off around 4%. But what does this suit mean for investors and for shareholders here going forward?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that price, 277. I mean, the stock has continued to go up today, notwithstanding, with all the clamor about how this company is doing bad things. And Roger McNamee calls it the new tobacco, of course. It's gone, from 149 to 277, where it is now, down a bit. That's because advertisers have not been concerned. And so at some point, people are anticipating that this will hit that part of their constituency, which is to say advertisers. So far, really nothing. My point, Shauna, though, is that the company should be much more open-minded about breaking itself up. And because the shareholders, I mean, I know this is an old saw, but it's true. The shareholders are the owners. And I think that the company and they would do a lot better if this was separate business units. And we're talking about breaking up Instagram and WhatsApp and have them being competing social media platforms with different sort of UXs and user interfaces, I should say, for the customers, i.e. the users, the audience. So in other words, one particular part, say Instagram, would have much different privacy requirements, say, than core Facebook or Messenger or WhatsApp. And I think that kind of competition would suit it well. Now, it's the old line that when the government starts to investigate, they're too late. And you could make that case here that, yeah, they used to be the only social media game in town along with Twitter. Now you've got TikTok, and things are looking a little bit different. But I think that probably investors and people who work at the company would ultimately be best served if this was broken up into, say, the 4 core platforms.
Andy Serwer is our editor-in-chief. We appreciate you joining us here to talk about what is a headline we will be covering, not for 1, perhaps 2, even 3 years as this case works its way through the courts. Thank you very much.